For 30 years, Johnny Carson was the undisputed king of late-night television. As the host of The Tonight Show, he made America laugh, think, and feel connected, night after night. But behind the quick wit, sharp suits, and effortless charm, Carson was a deeply private man. He rarely let anyone into his personal world, so when he passed away in 2005 at the age of 79, even his closest friends had no idea just how many secrets he'd been keeping. It wasn't until his estate was finally settled and his garage, doors were opened, that people realized there was a hidden side to Johnny Carson that no one had ever seen before. What they found inside left everyone speechless. Johnny Carson lived a life of enormous success. 20 Emmys, a Peabody Award, and the admiration of millions. Yet fame never made him comfortable. He loved performing, one of his friends recalled, but he didn't love being famous. Off camera, Carson was quiet, introspective, and guarded. He didn't attend Hollywood parties or chase the spotlight. Instead, he preferred solitude. The ocean, a good book, and above all, his cars. Few people knew it, but Carson had one of the most impressive private car collections in Hollywood history. Hidden away in his secluded Malibu estate and private garage were dozens of rare, vintage, and custom-built vehicles, each with a story, each reflecting a piece of the man who owned them. When the garage was finally opened after his passing, what they found stunned even lifelong collectors. Inside were immaculate, one-of-a-kind models, including a 1939 Chrysler Royal, a 1965 Shelby Cobra, and a stunning 1959 Corvette. But among the gleaming classics was something far more personal, a collection of handwritten notes Carson had kept inside the glove compartments of several of his cars. Each note contained jokes, thoughts, and reflections written during quiet drives or between tapings. One read simply, "You can't fake sincerity. Audiences always know." Another said, "Laughter is the shortest distance between two people." For a man who revealed so little of himself publicly, these scraps of paper were like glimpses into his soul, but the surprises didn't end there. Tucked in a corner of the garage was an old wooden trunk. Inside were reels of unseen footage, early sketches, home videos, and private recordings that Carson never aired or discussed. Archivists were stunned. It was like opening a time capsule, one insider said. Johnny had saved moments from his career that no one knew existed. Some of the clips even captured emotional, unguarded moments between Carson and his crew, proof that behind his stoic exterior, he deeply cared for the people who helped make The Tonight Show a success. And perhaps the most touching discovery of all came from a sealed envelope marked, "To my sons." Inside was a handwritten letter where Carson expressed his regrets for not always being there as a father. "I spent my life making people laugh," he wrote, "but sometimes I forgot to laugh with the people I loved most." Those words brought his family to tears and revealed a side of Carson that the public had never seen. Johnny Carson's garage wasn't just filled with cars. It was filled with memories, pieces of a man who lived between laughter and loneliness. He may have been the world's greatest talk show host, but in his private world, he was simply Johnny, a man who sought peace, reflection, and a moment of quiet after all the applause had faded. What they found inside that garage wasn't just a collection, it was a legacy, a silent reminder that even the brightest stars carry secrets that only the stillness of time can reveal.